WWE are interested in signing 2 more AEW stars, and CM Punk has teased a major New Japan dream match. But first, an AEW wrestler is set to leave the company. This week, Jack Evans would take to Twitter to reveal that he is set to leave AEW at the end of April when his current deal comes to an end. The veteran of 22 years would thank AEW fans and said, "My time with AEW has been fun and enjoyable, but it has come to an end as I will not be re-signed when my contract ends at the end of April. I'd like to thank everyone at AEW and the AEW fans for the opportunity." Evans would then praise the nature of his departure, with him putting over AEW for sticking to contracts instead of releasing talent when they have no plans for them. And he added, "I actually think that is something AEW should be put over for. They do keep you for the full length of the contract." During his run with AEW, Evans would mostly be used as a tag wrestler alongside Angelico as part of the team known as the Hybrid 2. With that said, his biggest moment came as a singles wrestler when he unsuccessfully challenged Kenny Omega for the AAA Mega Championship in November 2019. What his future holds once he becomes a free agent is currently unclear, although he does live in Mexico, with a return to AAA a likely possibility. Next up, let's instead look at an AEW arrival, as we have an update on an impending debut. In February 2021, it was confirmed that 16-year-old independent wrestler Nick Wayne had signed with the company, with his real-life friend Darby Allin publicly handing him a contract at a Defy Wrestling event. With that said, the youngster is still yet to wrestle his first match for the promotion over 2 months later. Last night, Nick would speak on the Andrew Thompson YouTube channel where he talked about his situation, revealing that he will begin working for AEW when he turns 18, and he would say, "Just from now until I'm 18, we've got about a year and a half left. I'm just working my hardest as I can right now. So the day I turn 18, I'm ready to go. I look the part, my talent in the ring is crisp, just working to be the best version of myself." This year, Nick has worked for promotions such as Defy, GCW, and Prestige Wrestling, taking on the likes of Swerve Strickland, Christopher Daniels, and Rich Swann. For now, Wayne will continue to work on the independent scene as he works towards his All Elite Wrestling debut in 2023 or 2024. Next, let's go to an update regarding a top free agent. In July 2021, WWE would release former Universal Champion Bray Wyatt, ending his 11-year stay with the company. Over the past few months, there has been a lot of speculation over his future, with fans wondering if Wyatt would return to WWE or perhaps even make the jump to All Elite Wrestling. Well, last night, Dave Meltzer would take to Twitter to reveal a reason as to why we haven't seen the now Wyndham resurface. Dave would reveal that WWE would be interested in signing any top AEW act right now, and AEW would be interested in signing any top WWE act. He was then specifically asked about Wyndham, to which he responded, "His asking price is very high." With a high asking price, the only logical next move would be for WWE or AEW to sign him, at least within the United States, with Wyndham holding out for a significant paycheck were he to be persuaded to return to the ring. For now, he remains to be one of wrestling's hottest free agents, with him working on outside projects until the price is right. And next, AEW and Ring of Honor could be set for a joint show. Ever since AEW president Tony Khan's purchase of ROH, fans have seen crossovers from both companies, with ROH titles being defended on AEW television and AEW wrestlers popping up at ROH Supercard of Honor. This week, Khan would appear on the My Mom's Basement with Robbie Fox, where he was asked about the possibility of former ROH World Champions Bryan Danielson and CM Punk appearing on Ring of Honor television. Tony would reveal that it could happen one day if there was to be a joint show between the two promotions, and he said, "I would love to see them lock up at some point in AEW. In Ring of Honor, I think we'll have to wait and see. There may be a time where it would make sense for them to come. We have a lot of great stars in Ring of Honor and AEW, so I couldn't promise that. There may come a day where it would make sense for all the stars of AEW and all the stars of Ring of Honor to come together as one and have a big event. We'll see when that time is. I wouldn't count on seeing Punk and Danielson on every show. At some point, it might make sense." With the recent ROH return of Samoa Joe, who is himself a former world champion and now the current television champion, it would be great to see him get back in the ring to continue his legendary ROH rivalry with CM Punk, with the two having a long history together. Perhaps this could be something we see should the joint show take place. Next up, Stone Cold Steve Austin has revealed he is open to an appearance at WrestleMania 39. Appearing on the Brewbound podcast this week, Austin would reflect on his recent wrestling return at WrestleMania 38, where he battled Kevin Owens in a no-holds-barred match, his first match in 19 years. During the interview, the Texas Rattlesnake would reveal that he is 100% healthy, and he described his appearance at WrestleMania as a proud moment, and he would say, "I am 100%. I picked up a little bit of a cold the other day, but I am back home in Nevada. Saturday I was 100%, and then of course I went back into action on Sunday. Did a little bit of an extra physicality as part of the show. It was just an exciting time for me to go back to a business that I really, really love. And you know, I never thought I would be back in the ring." But there we were, headlining the main event, headlining WrestleMania for night one. It was just truly an honor to be out there, and really excited, just like the last few times I've been able to drink our beer, Broken Skull IPA, out in the ring. A couple of years ago, we got a lot of exposure from that, just a real proud moment. The focus of the conversation then shifted to next year's WrestleMania in Los Angeles, California, with Stone Cold saying that whilst he won't be working a match, he'll probably be there in some capacity, and he said, "Well, for me to participate at WrestleMania 38, if you'd have told me, hey man, you're going to be part of WrestleMania 38, not only that, you're going to main event night one, I would have said you're full of shit and you're crazy." But there I was in Dallas, Texas, headlining main event on day one. So never say never, but I would imagine within the scope of that show, that's going to be a big show in a big time city, and it will be a 2-night event again. So I'm sure I'm done wrestling per se, but as part of WWE, I can't imagine I would not be there in some capacity. As we know, Austin was out of action for 19 years before his eventual return, so it will be interesting to see if WWE will try to persuade him to compete again in LA. And before we get to our final story, let's go to a report regarding WWE's interest in 2 current AEW wrestlers. It was reported last night by Fightful Select that former AEW Tag Team Champions FTR are currently on the radar of WWE, with their contracts set to expire this summer. With that said, it was noted that AEW do have an option to extend their deals by 1 extra year if they choose to do so. It was added that there should be an update on that very soon. Well, not long after the report was published, AEW reached out to Fightful to clarify that FTR have over a year remaining on their current deals. It's not clear if this is due to the 1-year clause being activated or if this is in addition to that. Either way, it seems that WWE won't be able to get their hands on the current ROH World Tag Team Champions anytime soon, with it seeming unlikely that they would even think about a return considering the type of angles that they were booked in during their last main roster run. The team known as The Revival in WWE turned down big contracts in 2019 to jump to AEW, with their offers said to have been $850,000 per year each, with WWE willing to go up to $1 million each. But what do you think? Will FTR become The Revival in 2023? Let me know in the comments down below. And finally, a huge New Japan vs AEW dream match has been teased. With Tony Khan set to make a huge announcement on tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite, all signs seem to point to an AEW vs New Japan Pro-Wrestling Super Show, which is said to be going down on June 23rd in Chicago, Illinois. This has been hinted at by the folks over at the Super J-Cast podcast and was confirmed by Ringside News this week. Well, CM Punk has poured fuel on the fire, taking to his Instagram to hint at a potential match against the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, who is arguably New Japan's biggest star. Punk would post a video to his story which showed the United Center with the text, "This pick goes hard," with a meme of the Disney character Goofy. For those unfamiliar with the meme, it is titled "I'll fucking do it again," and is taken from a comedic sketch by YouTuber Filthy Frank. This suggests that Punk plans on returning to the United Center, the home of his All Elite Wrestling debut last summer. Most importantly, there is a coin dropping at the bottom of the screen, which many are assuming is a hint towards Okada, whose entrance theme and video has a coin dropping at the start before the music kicks in. Of course, he makes money rain, with him being known as the Rainmaker. Putting everything together, it appears that tonight's announcement will see AEW reveal an upcoming show at the United Center this summer, which will feature a match between Punk and Okada, a match that we could literally only have dreamt of this time last year. Not only that, but remember Okada is the current IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, which could mean Punk could be fighting for the title in the main event of the show. That would be huge. But let me know which other matches you'd like to see added to the AEW vs New Japan card in the comments down below. And before you go, make sure you check out 10 things you didn't know about AEW's Danhausen.